A man or a woman that encounters God by himself, there is something that encounter does to him. So, the one who could not believe into anything suddenly became a believer, became an apostle, and started preaching about the one he used to persecute every single time. In my introduction, I told you that this man, there was no miracle, there was no testimony that was sufficient enough to convict him to start following Jesus Christ. But after one encounter, in that encounter, Jesus never preached to him. In that encounter, Jesus never prayed for him, never showed him any miracle. It was just a light and a voice. Just that light and that voice made the guy to transform. What was it that light and that voice had, that all the testimonies and the miracles that he saw, that they never had? And I was telling you that there are things that an encounter does that a testimony cannot do. Mwebambi mwalikala munganda kwale senshi kwishingi myaka shingi. Mwali umfwa mabunte na mabunte. Mwali mona efintu nefintu. Efyo le sachita kupita mbansha bakwe. But he wotololira ndamuleka. Some of you have carried characteristics and behavior that you can never let go no matter what. And we've tried to pray for you. We've tried to encourage you. We've tried to scare you, but it's still, you cannot change. I know of one recipe that never fails. And that recipe is called a personal encounter. A man or a woman that encounters God by himself, there is something that encounter does to him. If you have an attitude or a behavior that you cannot stop, it's because you have not seen him. Yesu Kristo ana wasambi bako kulupili. Aya pantanshi batatu, vashala wale pepa, aya pantanshi muku pepa. Pala Yesu Kristo wale pepa, alole sha asanga na balala. Parumendo buke no pepeko. Okay. Bako pepa, aya pantanshi bala la futi. Abuela, buke no pepeko. Alea fe bala. The Bible says, as he was praying, the fashion of his countenance was altered. Omubiri wake wachinja, umulu waisuka. Elijah aikila, Moses aikila. Abantu abo Yesu Kristo wachila abusha baibukila bene. Abantu abachina kabachafo kwekela kunganda bati mwa Yesu Kristo. It is good for us to be here. Let us build 3 temples. One for you, one for Elijah, one for Moses. If you see a man or a woman that cannot stay for 5 minutes in prayer, they cannot stay for 3 minutes hearing the word, they have not had an encounter. And trust me, a miracle, a testimony will not be enough to convince them. When a man cannot speak about Jesus, that man has not had an encounter. We have seen people that are ashamed of supporting their own prophetic ministries on Facebook. And you, a son and a daughter of a prophet, you are failing to even comment to support your own prophet. The only thing you go is throw an emoji of laughing. You can't stand to defend your own prophet because you are ashamed. When you encounter him, there is something that happens to the fear inside you. You see a person that goes to the hospital and the doctor tells them you are HIV positive and they enter into depression. They have not encountered him. You see a man that cannot pray for 1 hour. They have not encountered him. Jesus, when he was departing, the Bible clearly indicates that he left about 500 disciples. When he was saying, I am going, and when I go, I will send an advocate. He will come and teach you all things. When Jesus departed, as usual, people had no encounter with him. On the day of Pentecost, there were 120 people only. What is 500 minus 120? About 380 people. They got discouraged and they went back. Atichile ngobwina Kristu wenu bulekosa is because mukonga Yesu mwa mfuapo, mukonga Yesu mwa berenga, tamukonga Yesu mwa monapo. Maybe, just maybe, what you are lacking is not a skill. What you are lacking may be an encounter.